Hey my friends, my fellow sim racers, welcome back. So, it appears that Fanatec is now going to be taken over by Corsair. So, yeah, the news just came down. It looks like Corsair is taking over all of the Endor stuff. They're going to be, assuming all of the responsibility for like employees, unemployee contracts, all of that kind of stuff. It looks like the deal is pretty much done. If you're a shareholder for Fanatec, you're probably not going to receive any payment whatsoever. It's been fully liquidated, and yeah, this kind of sucks, man. To watch a company like Fanatec go through this. Now, here's my thoughts about this. Okay, guys, we've over the last few years we've had multiple new sim racing equipment just flooded onto the market from China. Now, whether the products are good or not, a company like Fanatec, when you look at this and you take this into and you look at like the overall experience that a company like Fanatec has had over the last 30 years or so, when you buy a racing game and you have a Fanatec setup, you are almost always guaranteed 100% compatibility with your Fanatec setup. There's a setting you can literally put your Fanatec wheelbase into auto mode. Now, and it will work and it will feel great. Now listen to this, okay? When I first, started this channel, I had a Thrustmaster. I had a Thrustmaster TX. I was sitting here. I was doing racing videos. I maybe had like 1,000, maybe a little over 2,000 subscribers at this point. And a Chinese company, Camus, they sent me out a 15 Newton meter wheelbase. And I was like, dang, man, I don't even have that many subscribers and stuff. And if you look on YouTube or anywhere else, they pass these things out. They send them out like candy. Now, MOZA did the same thing at first. MOZA is a Chinese company as well. You've got MOZA. You've got SimMagic. Is it SimMagic? Yeah, SimMagic. You got MOZA, SimMagic, Camus, PXN, and probably multiple other ones that aren't even like they all came out around the same time, just a couple of freaking years ago. And you notice how close and similar the MOZA wheelbases are to Fanatec. And you look at this, and then you start to understand like the process. Like MOZA comes out, they are cheaper than Fanatec, but they're not compatible with all your games. I mean their new pedal set from MOZA are almost a direct copy of what which one is it? Like Sim? See they make these names close too. You got SimMagic, and then you got Simu. It's like SimTech or something. They're from like Finland or something, like this other brand, and they put out these this really nice set of brake pedals and stuff, and you got all these copy things, and like those pedals from them are like $800 or $1,000, but the ones from MOZA are like $400. And you look at that, and it's like they literally cut the price in half for almost the same product, and it's like it's almost like MOZA popped up when Fanatec started having their wheelbases built in China. They used to be built in what's it called, Germany or whatever. And then you look at like the overall experience. It's like right when they started having China make these freaking wheelbases, boom! All of a sudden there's these wheelbases just popping up everywhere in China, different brands. And then you look at that and you're like, well, what the freak, man? And then they undercut them. They bring out these prices. They make them lower. I was stupid. I was foolish. I fell for that. Camus sent me that wheelbase, and I was like, whoa, man, this is freaking awesome. It's like, man, I'd never felt that before. I'm coming from a TX, a Thrustmaster TX, a belt-driven wheel, over to a freaking 15 Newton meter direct drive wheel. And it worked. You know, obviously, and it worked with Assetto Corsa. It worked with some of the other games, obviously, like WRC and stuff. Any game that you could like put in the thing and stuff. But the amount of time and effort that I would put into getting that wheel set up when I finally bought the Fanatec DD Pro. I bought the Fanatec DD Pro because everybody was like, yeah, Fanatec is better, Fanatec is better. And in my stupid little feeble mind from getting this wheelbase from Camus, I was like, there's no way a Fanatec is better than this. No freaking way. And then I got the Fanatec and I started playing around with all the settings and stuff. Didn't even do anything. We're getting back to the whole auto thing right now. Started playing around with all the settings and stuff and just completely messed up the way that wheelbase felt. Fast forward a little ways later, I flip on the auto because I was just like, okay, I need to get like this Fanatec working. So I flip on the auto and oh my gosh, it just works and feels great with every single game I play on it. It just feels incredible. You don't have to play with any of the settings on Fanatec. Why? Because every single developer out there automatically programs the best settings for Fanatec into their damn game out of the gate. The same with Thrustmaster. I've been testing this Thrustmaster T248. Every single game has an auto mode that already works, and it just feels fine. Yeah, well, I think I might be able to start testing a Logitech G23 later down the road too. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. All of these cheap, I'm not going to call them cheap. I'm going to call them inexpensive sim racing equipment that are coming out of China right now. A lot of them lack that compatibility and that refinement that Thrustmaster, that Fanatec, and Logitech are going to have already built into their wheel setups and into the games because they've been out for a very long time and they're trusted brands. But now you start getting all these other ones that are coming out. And that's why most of them, 90% of them, are only available for PC, is because PC is the only one that gives you the most compatibility. Now, PXN, they sent me like 3 wheelbases already. I was testing the V9, the version 9 or whatever, and then the V99. And these wheelbases, they come with a little plug-in that you can like plug in an Xbox controller and give you compatibility. Well, what happens is these wheels, they only register as a controller. So some games they'll work with, some games they won't. Therefore, your compatibility shot. You're still paying like $229 for this wheel setup versus what you would pay for like a Thrustmaster or a Logitech. Here's the thing, guys. These freaking wheelbases that they keep selling us, and they're undercutting and they're literally putting a strain on companies like Fanatec because they don't have to do any damn research and development. Fanatec has done that. Their prices are higher. They reward their affiliates significantly better than like any of the other ones do. And so here's the thing: when they send these products out to, they seed all the community, they seed YouTube with all these products, and then you got these content creators being like I was, oh man, well it's good enough, and wow, you get a lot of power for that price. You start to build up this repetition of wow, these are good, and wow, they're good for the money, but then they don't even compare to the freaking experience that you're going to get from a Fanatec wheelbase. And I was so naive and so dumb when I started covering these. So I won't cover no more of these Chinese wheelbases. I don't care. If MOZA was to reach out to me today and be like, hey, will you cover? No, I'm not covering that stuff. I'm not going to help you guys undermine companies that have put a lot of time and a lot of research and a lot of development into building superior products that work, and they work good, to give you the sensation of racing and sim racing. Yes, Fanatec are expensive. They are. But the feeling and the experience that you get from a Fanatec of just being able to plug it in and play your damn game right there day one without having to go through a bunch of freaking annoying setting it up like this, setting it up like that, doing all of this stuff. I mean, I guess MOZA is probably the closest one that's getting better. And when you've got people like Jimmy Broadbent, literally every video he makes, he's got that MOZA right in front of him. You know, you've got Will from Boosted Media, and I used to criticize when I first got that Camus. I used to criticize Will from Boosted Media, telling him he was a shill for Fanatec and everything else. And I understand now. Like, I understand. Like, the experience you get from Fanatec versus all the other crap that I've tried, it's not even a competition. Like, it's not even a competition. The Fanatec experience is so damn refined that it just works and it feels great. You don't really even need to play with it. Set it on auto and it feels incredible. And I've tested this on all my racing games, guys. I've went back and I've tested this, and I'm like, wow, this experience just on auto is so incredible. So incredible. It like feels perfect. It feels great every single time. And I started kicking myself. I'm like, and that's why I started getting a little bit like, you know, that's why I'm starting to sound more like a shill for Fanatec myself, or for Thrustmaster, or for Logitech, is because I know these products are going to work. And it is easier. It's significantly easier to just be like, look, guys, these products that they're selling to you cheaper, they do cost less money, and they can pack in more power, and they can make them seem more robust, and all of this stuff is because they don't have the same laws, regulations, being able to, you know, like pay cheap labor and stuff like that. Like, these other companies don't have that option. But what you do get from buying a Thrustmaster or a Fanatec or a Logitech is you get good compatibility. You get a more refined experience, and you get 100%, damn near 100% compatibility out of the gate on any new game you buy. You don't know how many times I sat here pissed off, literally pissed off, because the damn Camus wouldn't freaking play the game right. Wouldn't recognize it. I had to sit in there trying to figure out settings and stuff. I got so sick and tired of wasting my time, I literally gave that thing away. I sold off all the other ones too, because I was getting sick of it. I was getting sick of not having compatibility with anything I wanted to play. And it was frustrating. It was so annoying that I'm just like, dude, I don't even want to cover your products anymore. Like, I told them, I don't want to cover your products anymore. I don't care. Like, it's too annoying. My Fanatec works every single time, and it feels incredible. The biggest thing I loved about Camus was the way it felt with rally games. I did love that. But my Fanatec is such a premium experience that it just feels better. Like, it feels good. I mean, I like the way Camus feels on rally, and that's it. Like, when it comes to like track racing and everything else, I prefer Fanatec. Fanatec has them extra feels that everybody's always talking about. And once you get used to them, you actually start to like rely on that. Like, when you're racing and you're track racing, and the extra feeling that you get from a Fanatec wheelbase that you just don't get on a Camus or on a MOZA or on a freaking PXN or any of these other freaking SimMagic brands that have just come out and shot out and look close to the competition, you start to look at this, man, and you're like, what the freak, dude? Like, all these cheap prices, and then you see something like this happen to Fanatec. They get, man, I hate the fact that I was part of that. I hate the fact that I was part of that. That I was part of, you know, showing off a product that, obviously we need competition, my friends. Obviously we need competition, but we need real competition, fair competition, not just. I mean, like, these products they're putting out there barely work. They barely work, and at most they're frustrating. You got to go through and jump through a whole bunch of hoops. You literally have to like mod your freaking Forza Horizon 5 just to play it with a Camus. And that is so annoying. This is so annoying. A lot of PC games already have baked in support or whatever, you know, to like let you just map buttons and all of that stuff. And obviously that's a saving grace for a lot of these wheelbases, but to actually get the refined experience from a Fanatec, like I've said before, man, the equipment can make or break your experience. And when you have a Fanatec, or you have a Thrustmaster, or you have a Logitech, you're just getting a better overall experience. Like, you are getting what you pay for. You are getting what you pay for. Yes, you're paying for a name, but that name is You're paying for 30 plus years experience. You're paying for research and development that has refined and made the experience better and better and better. Whereas you got other people just come into the market, bringing you their product, selling it to you cheaper, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a great price. And then you buy it, and like, you just don't know, man. Like, you just don't know. So yeah, guys, it sucks to see Fanatec go through this, man. It does. I have faith in Fanatec products. I love my DD Pro. I think it's absolutely incredible. I do plan on buying more Fanatec products. We'll see how this whole Corsair thing goes. I'm excited that Corsair was able to get them. At least, you know, maybe there'll be better, more structure. Maybe it'll be easier to freaking get access to these products now. So that'll be good. I'm definitely looking forward to that. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.